Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Crazy D's Equipment. So this is a series that we're doing on Saturday mornings for the rest of the fall and for the winter. I'm going to go through a bunch of questions that are usually asked of me that people are wanting to know, oh, this or that or the other thing, and answer those questions for you guys. So today we're going to do, I get asked all the time, what would be the best tractor for me? I only have a small amount of acreage and I only want to spend this much, and what tractors would you recommend for me? So grab a cup of coffee, sit down, and we're going to go through what tractors I think in these price ranges work for you. I got 8 tractors that I picked out, and I broke them down 2 tractors per price range. The first price range I decided to do is $100 through $2,500. And then we will go through $2,500 through $3,500 price range. Then we'll go $3,500 through $4,500. And then I jumped it up a little bit of a notch and I went $5,000 through $6,500. That's kind of about what most people have to spend, or the amount that the bank will loan on getting a used tractor, especially getting an older one. And I went through and I picked out the ones that I would feel are the 8 best in those price ranges. Now, I did 2 per price range. Now, the thing to remember is this is my opinion. This is not scientific. These are the tractors that I think will be the best for you if you can find them in this price range. This is from my experience of buying and selling tractors for the last 25 years, and these are the tractors that I think that would be best for somebody with 10 to 40 acres and a couple horses and maybe some smaller livestock. These are tractors that I'm saying, well, I farm 100 acres, Dave. What tractor would you recommend? These are the tractors I'm saying, I got a couple horses, I got 40 acres, I got a pasture that I need to mow, or a little bit of hay I need to do. These are not tractors I'm saying I'm going to be farming with, or I'm going to be starting a business and I need a small tractor. So, and again, like I said, this is my opinion. This is not, there's no factual fact behind this, but this is what I think would be the best tractors from you from my experience of being in this business for so long. So let's start out at $100 to $2,500. The 2 tractors that I decided that I picked to be the best for you in that category, towards the lower end, I'm going to say a Farmall M, and I'm going to recommend that you spend another $900, $300 to $900, and put the 3-point adapter on the back. It's an aftermarket 3-point that runs the hydraulics off the belly pump. That makes the tractor actually quite useful. It gives you a 45 horsepower tractor that you can usually pick up somewhere in the round of $500 to $2,500 in that price range. They're everywhere, they're easy to find, and they're easy to work on if you do find one. If you got basic understandings of how an updraft carburetor works, you can work on them. The other tractor I'm going to recommend in the lower price range of that $100 to $2,500 range is going to be the 8N Ford. They're everywhere. They're plentiful. You can find them in really good condition. If they're not in that great a condition, they're not that hard to fix. But again, those tractors, ideal if you just got some acreage to mow. You're not going to be using the 8N to feed your horses, and they're not going to do a round bell for you. The Farmall M is not going to really get a round bell over to the pen for you either. You're going to have to look elsewhere if you're needing to move hay for a tractor in that price range. And to be honest with you, most likely you're not going to find a tractor in that price range that's in great condition, that's going to be able to move hay. Not saying you won't, just saying it's going to take a lot of looking to find it. So, but let's move up here. Let's move into the $2,500 to the $3,500 range. Now I picked out 2 tractors here. Now the first one that I'm going to highly recommend is going to be an Allis-Chalmers D15. Now, you don't want a Series 1. A Series 1 is most likely just going to have the old snap coupler hookup, and you guys are going to want 3-point, and you're going to want to look for a Series 2 or a Series 3 for that reason to have the 3-point. If it doesn't have it and it still just has the snap coupler, you can find 3-point adapters to put on them. They're going to cost you the same as the 3-point adapters for that M, so somewhere between $300 to $600 you can get that put on there. And I'm going to recommend that you find the diesel version. The gas tractors are not bad. They are out there. You're going to find them in the cheaper end of this range. But if you find the diesel tractor, I think you're going to be a lot more happy with it. As long as you set it up so you can plug it in, and for it starts in the winter when you're feeding hay, it's going to be a good tractor for you. The other tractor I'm going to recommend for you in this price range is going to be a Case 800, or correction guys, a Case 830. You want to find an 830 with the wide adjustable front, not a row crop, not with the little narrow tires on the front, or a Wheatland. The Wheatland's not going to have 3-point, but if you can find one with an adjustable front end, which they made plenty of them, and there's plenty of them out there, with the Case diesel motor in them, that tractor will be ideal for you. You'll be able to move hay, you'll be able to mow, you'll have live PTO, live hydraulics, you'll have live, everything that you need there. They're easy tractor to operate, they're comfortable to operate, and what I'd highly recommend in that price range. Now, if we move up again to the $3,500 to the $4,500 price range, this is where you can get a little bit better tractor. You can finally get into something that may not need the other ones there in those price ranges. They're all going to probably need a little maintenance. But when you get up into the $3,500 to $4,500 price range, you should be able to find a tractor that doesn't need any maintenance at all. And I'm going to recommend the two best ones for you in this category that's going to be in this price range is a Kubota L225 or an L225. Two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. You're also going to be able to find it, they're going to be in diesel. You're not going to find it in any other fuel. So I'm going to get one in diesel. Probably see if you can't find one with a front wheel assist on it. They are a 35 horsepower tractor. The only thing about them is they're going to be ideal for all your mowing. They're going to be ideal for doing any dirt work, grading the drive, doing that kind of stuff. But they are still going to be too small to move around bale. And they're not going to be able to be the tractor that you pick for feeding horses. Now you can get a bigger Kubota than that, and the ones that could move, but at that point you're going to be getting into the newer Kubotas. The price is going to triple just because of the size, because through the early years of Kubota being in the country, they were all smaller tractors. You don't start seeing the bigger Kubotas that could handle round bales and stuff until I think like the early 90s, and I could be wrong about that. It could be a little earlier than that, but really the early 90s is before you start seeing those Kubotas come in, and those tractors are going to be $30,000 to $40,000 to $20,000, somewhere in there. And what's the use of buying a used tractor at that point? If you're going to go spend $30,000, you might as well just go talk to the bank and spend another 20 grand and buy a new Mahindra or a new LS or something in that line, and just have the brand new tractor if you're going to spend that much money anyway. So the other tractor in the $3,500 to $4,500 price range I'm going to recommend for you is a Massey Harris 205. They're a really good tractor, a very comfortable tractor to operate. You can mow and forever on one of them, and when you get off you really don't feel the fatigue that you would say at 8N Ford or an older tractor like that. They're from the early 70s, mid 70s, early 80s, I think those are from. They're a really high quality tractor. You're going to have live whatever you need there on them. They're going to be able to handle a round bale. You are probably going to have to weight the front end a little bit, but they are going to be able to feed the horses and do that kind of stuff for you. And that would, in there be what I'd recommend in that price. And then if we jump up into the highest price ranges that I would recommend, for looking for a used tractor. So if we get into the $5,000 to the $6,500 price range, the two tractors I'm going to highly recommend to you there is either going to be a John Deere 4010 or going to be a Ford 2000. Both those tractors are going to have live hydraulics. Both those tractors are going to have live PTO. Both those tractors are going to be able to move around bell for you. Both those tractors are going to come in a diesel version, which I'm going to recommend highly for you. They're both very good tractors. The only thing is the John Deere is going to cost a little bit more in maintenance just because it's green and yellow, and again, that's how those things work. The Ford, those Fords are kind of Ford kind of hit their stride in that series of tractors all the way up into the great big ones. Those are some of my opinion, some of the best Ford tractors ever made is that series of tractors. And they really do hold their value quite well. So once you buy one and say you pick it up for $6,000 and you take care of it and maybe you clean it up a little bit, I need a little bit of TLC here and there, you're going to be able to get your return on that tractor when you decide to sell it. Maybe you do want to use it for a while and turn around and resell it and take that money and put it on a new tractor as your down payment. Like I've said before, in most cases on a brand new tractor, Kubota will finance you, and you can have the 2000, or you can have a brand new Kubota, and you're going to have a $250 to $400 payment a month, and have a brand new tractor with front wheel assist and cab and air and live everything and radio and satellite this and that and stuff, and loader automatically on it, ready to go. But but these tractors here, what I'm recommending for you is if you don't want to have that payment, if you don't want to have that hanging over your head, or you just can't have that. The bank will just not loan you that kind of money. I mean, we've all been there. So, these are Crazy D's recommended 8 tractors in the 4 price ranges that most people I feel should really kind of stick in when you're looking for used tractors. So, but anyways, guys, those are my tractors. So thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you know when the next one of these videos come up. Please check us out on all our social media. We have 2 Facebook pages, Crazy D and the Omega Ag, the lot, so you guys can see what we have for sale on the lot. And now we have an Instagram page, and we'll have links to all those down below. So, but otherwise, guys, thank you for coming in, and I will see you on the next video.